Hello and welcome to another video, and today we're looking at some more Motogp 20 gameplay. And now this came out yesterday, so apologies for not doing a video on it yesterday. I just sort of ran out of time and I already had another video planned, so I thought I'd just do it today. And it is historic gameplay as Casey Stoner at Laguna Seca. Now I don't have too much to pick out in terms of graphics and things, but I have watched the video already and I do have a few words to say about the physics, so we'll have a quick look at it. So starting the lap, the camera seems quite far away, but you know, that's not really worth pointing. Slide in the rear quite a bit. Then look at this, into turn one, so many stoppies, and he still gets it, you know, into the apex on the power really early without the rear sliding at all, really. That was not a good exit. They should have used first gear there, definitely, but you can see how much brake is on the lean sometimes. And look at that, slide in the rear. The physics do seem a bit more forgiving, so either this rider's using assists or, you know, the physics are just more forgiving this year, but it seemed like he's sliding a lot on the front, sliding a lot on the rear, and he's just getting away with it. So, yeah, it does seem like it's harder to crash, that's for sure. Look at that stoppy! He's on a stoppy as he turns in. He was still on the stoppy as he turned in. So it's very, you know, not that realistic. Look at that through the corkscrew. He was a stoppy halfway through the corkscrew, the wheelie and over the curb, and he's still on the bike as they go down into the rainy curve, turn 9. He's flying it out, flicking the bike back over again. Look at that, how much the rear stepped out there without losing grip. Wow! As he comes into the last corner, obviously Stoner had an infamous crash in 2008 here. Well, he managed to do a bit of a better job, but sliding out, massive wheelie as well. Just for good measure up towards the line. The 121.1. I'm surprised you could go that slow with how much you can get away with, but that's basically the premise of this video. Just this one. Like, I've noticed the physics looked a little bit easier in some of the other ones, but this video really highlights it. The corkscrew was definitely the worst part. So if you look at the corkscrew again, here he is up the corkscrew. Now his front wheel is like his back wheel, sorry, is, you know, in the air, and he's at full lock right. If you did that on Motogp 19, you would be, you know, you'd be up in the air. Yeah, you'd be absolutely gone. But he's managed to actually somehow stay on the bike and then get the bike turned in. Ridiculous. And then he's really slid over the curb and stayed on as well. So it does definitely seem like the physics are extremely forgiving. So if Milestone could let us know if this rider was using the physics assist. I mean, even still, that's a bit extreme to, you know, not crash from that. Because I know obviously it makes it easier to not crash if you're using the standard physics or whatever, but when you're doing a stoppie in the corkscrew and flipping the bike over, you need to crash. You can't be allowed. This is just the worst part. It's present in other areas of the track as well, but he actually did a stoppie on the way in, sort of controlled that. Then he's doing like a fully sideways stoppie. Like, you might save one of those once in a blue moon, you know. That might be something you could get away with, but he does it several times throughout the lap. So, yeah, it's not that great, it seems. It seems even worse than Motogp 18 in some aspects, where it was very difficult to crash from certain actions on that game. Into turn 1 wasn't great as well, so if we go back, have a look. Well, actually it's turn 2, isn't it? The rear is like kicking, the rear is kicking out, and he just, you know, just sort of goes back in line as soon as he lets off the brake, and he doesn't crash or anything. So yeah, it definitely seems... I don't really know what the word for it is. It seems a bit iffy, not gonna lie. It does seem a little bit off with this physics, obviously. I know obviously it's time trial, so the tyre heating probably doesn't come into it massively, but that front tyre should be much more hot if it's been stopping so much. I mean, I know obviously in real life sometimes they do, like Marquez will get the rear off a little bit into corners, but you don't get the rear up in the air at the corkscrew like this and get away with it. That's my point. I mean, we don't know. Again, this is obviously early gameplay, so it could be just a bug, or like I said, it could be because they're using a standard physics or something. Because obviously, I don't think anyone really uses standard physics, so I don't really know what it's like. If you do, then do let me know if you can do this on Motogp 19. But it just seems a little extreme. But that's basically all I've got to say. Obviously, I've done so many other breakdown videos, so if you haven't seen any of those, I do pick out the games, and I'm a little less critical. I was a bit critical in this video, I do admit, but that's just because it kind of, you know, shocked me about how much the rider was getting away with without actually coming off the bike. He somehow managed to stay on after all these crazy events. So yeah, I'll link in the description all my other breakdowns. So I did one of Rossi and Mugello is the most in-depth one, and then there was obviously Quattaro at Kimi Ring as well, wasn't there? Then there was the tyre video with Marquez at Austria, and then obviously this one with Stoner at Laguna Seca. But I hope you have enjoyed this one. If you are new to my channel, do feel free to subscribe, because I will be doing more MotoGP 20 and MotoGP 19 until 20 comes out stuff. Hope you're all staying safe, and I'll see you in the next video.